Hello, this is Larry Tentarelli with today's edition of Your Daily 5 for Stockcharts.com. I've brought with me today 5 charts of interest that I wanted to share with you. So we'll get started. Brief introduction. I'm the Chief Technical Strategist for the Blue Chip Daily Trend Report. You can visit our website at bluechipdaily.com. And I've got today 5 charts from 5 different sectors that are top ranked ideas on my screen right now. So we're going to start with Amazon.com, a leader in the consumer discretionary sector. And for all 5 charts that we're going to look at today, even though they're in different sectors, they're very, very similar charts. And what we're going to see with these charts is they're all in upper right-hand corner uptrends, and that's what I like to focus on. So with Amazon, we can see the stocks trading over 5 daily moving averages. I've got the 10-day, 20-day, 50, 100, and 200 days. So multiple time frames, and Amazon's trading really at the very, very top of this range. So it's in a confirmed uptrend. Last Friday, it made a new all-time weekly closing high. So 3 days ago, it made a new all-time weekly closing high. And there's just quite a few things on the chart that are really constructive. But the key thing is just this very steady uptrend over the 50-day moving average, which is the red line on my chart. So we can see that Amazon reclaimed the 50-day in November. And since then, it's tested it really one time overall. And since then, it's just been a very steady uptrend to new recent highs. Now, a key note, something to be aware of, is we are at the start of corporate earnings season. So Amazon does have earnings coming up over the next few weeks. Quite a few stocks do as well. So it's always important to check earnings. But consumer discretionary, Amazon is a chart leader. So we're going to move into the technology sector, and we're going to go with another chart leader, which is Taiwan Semiconductor. $744 billion market cap. And Taiwan Semi is very similar to Amazon. It's trading over all the moving averages, just below a potential breakout level here. So if we use the 50-day moving average again for Taiwan Semi, we can see that it reclaimed the 50-day right about the same time that Amazon did. It had one test so far, and since then, it's been holding over that 50-day moving average. So they are a leader, obviously, in the semiconductor industry. And what I like about Taiwan Semi, not only from a technical perspective with a very strong chart, but also from a fundamental perspective, is they sell the equipment. So they make the chips and sell the equipment that companies like NVIDIA, Advanced Micro Devices, some of these other big semiconductor companies use. So Taiwan Semi really is selling the picks and shovels, so to say, to some of the larger semiconductor companies. So very strong chart. Taiwan Semi does have earnings this week, something to keep in mind, but it's held up very, very well going into earnings. And we don't know what earnings reaction is going to be like. But I think that if the market does react well, it could set up this Taiwan Semi chart for a breakout to potentially new highs. So third chart we'll take a look at, totally different industry group. We're going to move into the copper miners industry, and this is an ETF. And I don't often use ETFs, but I will use ETFs when I think that I can get a stock-like return. So for example, in the copper miners case, this generally offers very good potential upside. So this is going to be a basket of stocks like Freeport-McMoRan, Southern Copper, Tech Resources, but also it has a lot of international and emerging market stocks in there that U.S. investors might not be able to get access to. But the same thing with the copper miners ETF, we can see that this is trading over all the rising moving averages. Now, this recently just had a big breakout higher. So the beginning of March, we can see this copper miners ETF going into March was really very choppy. There was not a lot of trend whatsoever. It had stalled at the 200-day moving average. But then going into March, we can see just by looking at these very, very big volume bars down here that the market quickly started to rotate into copper miners. And the key thing that I like on this chart is the massive upside volume expansion that we saw in the beginning of March. So it's always good to see a breakout like we had here with COPX, but it's always encouraging to also see a lot of high volume coming in. So that's what we've got with copper miners. Now, the key thing with copper is it's very important as far as the infrastructure build out. There's a lot of construction that's going on. There's a lot of semiconductor plants that are being built. The AI data center theme is a very positive theme. So copper is very important to that entire group. And we can see just trending higher once again, just like the other two charts, upper right-hand corner. So we're going to move into the industrial technology sector, electronic equipment, Vertiv Holdings. This is a little bit of a newer name on a lot of people's radar screens, $32 billion market cap. So what Vertiv Holdings does is they're very important to the AI data center build out. They make a lot of critical power management solutions and a lot of heating and cooling equipment that's used in these AI data centers, because the AI data centers use a tremendous amount of energy, generates a lot of heat. And Vertiv Holdings, they've got a partnership with NVIDIA, and they are very, very crucial to this entire AI data center build out. And we can see the chart. This really is one of the strongest charts on the screen. It's been a market performer over the past 12 months, as we can see, and it's been a leader year to date. So once again, upper right-hand corner, it's trading over all the rising moving averages. And we spoke about the 50-day moving average before, and we can see that with Vertiv. Same thing as AMZN, similar to Taiwan Semi. It reclaimed that 50-day in October, right end of October, beginning of November. And since then, it tested once, it tested twice, almost tested here, but very, very strong. So the theme with all four of these charts that we've looked at so far is upper right-hand corner uptrends just below new all-time highs, which it recently made new all-time highs about a week or two ago. So Vertiv Holdings is chart number 4. And then for chart number 5, we're going to move into the energy sector with Phillips 66, PSX. Phillips is a leader in the sector, $69 billion market cap. And the one of the nice things about the Phillips chart is energy for a lot of 2024 was a bit of a laggard until it started to make a big breakout move about 6 weeks ago or so. But Phillips has been in a longer term uptrend. If we take a look at this chart, really over the past 12 months, it's had a nice move, almost a double off these May lows. 87 made a new high recently at 174. So PSX has really been a leader in this energy sector when a lot of energy charts were still a little more quiet and still consolidating. So I always like to focus on the leaders, and we can find those by looking at the charts. So Phillips trading right over, just underneath the 10-day shorter term moving average, trading over 4 rising moving averages. Looks like it reclaimed the 50-day in the middle of November. It had one test since then. But energy is a strong theme this year. It's one of the leading sectors in the market year to date. And PSX is one of my favorite charts in the group, trading over the moving averages in an uptrend. And once again, this stock also made new all-time highs. So that's it for today's video. 5 charts in 5 different sectors. And I hope that you enjoyed the video.